Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Bit of big diggering going on as usual in downtown Paphos. We're going to go straight and bounce along this road. It's not finished, as you can see. There's barricading everywhere and they're putting in curbing. Who knows if you can go down it? Who knows if we're going the right way? But hey, we're in downtown Cyprus. Who cares? Whether you go in the right way or the wrong way down a one-way street doesn't really matter. Annabelle 5-star luxury hotel, that's on our left hand side, and this is the start of the descent into the downtown Paphos promenade area, which you can't drive down. Mario's Diamonds, it's open, so let's keep going. If you're in the hotels, guys, don't come out for another couple of hours. He then gets bored and he buggers off for lunch. You're safe. Around about 12 o'clock, you're safe. So here we are. Which way should we go? I think that we're going to go down a one-way street, especially for Mr. Neil. And he does like to see us go down a one-way street now and again. And I'm not sure if it's a one-way street, but you know, I know there's no entry signs and all those kind of things, but we're in Cyprus, so hey, we'll just go this way. We're only going one way after all, aren't we? We're not actually going the wrong way, are we? We're going one way down the street. There we go. These people are walking in the street. Why can't they walk on the pavements? You know, legalities in Cyprus don't really matter that much. New apartment complex being built there, by the way. If you want a luxury apartment that's within, well, kissing distance, isn't it, of the blue Mediterranean Sea, well, that could be the place for you. There's the Players Pub, Mr. Lee, and that's where Mr. Lee went. Oh my goodness, that's water on the ground. I'm getting my car dirty. What are these guys doing? I'm going to get out with a mallet in a minute, attack them. Anyway, that's the Players Pub, Mr. Lee, and that's where Mr. Lee had his, well, wedding celebrations in 05. My goodness, that's a long time ago. I thought he was a young man. Only joking, Mr. Lee. Anyway, my car's got wet, Miss Ali. You know what you're going to have to do? Hit that super thanks button, especially for me. Only joking, only joking. We're coming into the downtown Paphos Harbour area, and this is what people want to see. The main event, isn't it? This is the harbour roundabout. If we go left, we're going to go down to the actual harbour area itself. If we go to the right, we'll go straight up to the downtown Paphos Mall. So that's your bearing for the day. For this, electric trikes, that's the head office. Go and see Miss Maria. There's the Elise collection shop. We did a video on there, hunting around for some clothes for Miss Occhi and Grasiviana booth. Boys, out in Cardiff, that's Lord Jeremy, Lord Simon. That's one of those other shops that should be taking you to after you've spent up in the mall. Yeah, Mr. Nicholas is going to like you very, very much indeed. Now, look at that. That is the blue Mediterranean Sea. Mr. Chris has just flicked his hand up. That's the man who likes to sell a Mediterranean sea sponge, especially for you. Don't forget, if you want a special Mediterranean, natural, real, authentic sponge, they grow in this blue Mediterranean Sea, by the way. That's the man to go and see, Mr. Chris. He's a lovely guy. He really, really is. Go and have a chat with him. You haven't got to buy a sponge, but please go and say hello, because it does make his day when someone says, oh, hello, I saw you on Marika and me. Now, this is the road that takes you to the rear of the restaurants, and for some of you who don't know, there's a big car park around here. Often people think perhaps it's the access for the restaurants. Well, it is, but also on top of that, it's a big car park as well. Although at the moment, a lot of the car park is taken up with some of the supplies for all of the renovations that are still continuing in the downtown Paphos Harbour. But as you can see, there's still quite a few places where you can park a car. And the view very, very shortly will be spectacular. We are a slightly higher elevation. We're to the rear of the restaurants. That's the Paphos Castle, and that's the view. Spectacular view today. There seems to be a bit of a chopsiness in the blue Mediterranean Sea, but it does seem to be very, very nice indeed. And if you're looking for someone to come on your holiday, well, I think Paphos should be at the very, very top of your list. A lot of competition, we understand that, but Paphos is a very, very friendly place. It's a place where you will very, very rarely find yourself in any kind of trouble, and people tend to come back over and over again. So that tells you something, doesn't it? There we go. And this year we are hitting record numbers again. We're rapidly approaching 4 million tourists. Remember, we're only a small island in downtown Cyprus. And anyway, 4 million we are rapidly approaching. So that's a huge achievement for the country and the people. and we will welcome you to come down. You're going to get a great time, that's for sure. And if you're looking for Marika and me, well, normally we're in the Paphos Promenade and Harbour area from around about 7ish. As the summer progresses, shall we say, we'll probably get earlier and earlier because, of course, the light gets stolen from us. But at the moment in time, July, August, you'll catch us in and around 7 to 8 o'clock. After that, you'll find us relaxing in one of the restaurants. Let these guys go, why not? We'll run them over that a little bit later, shall we? Should we let these ones go again? This girl's doing a dance for us. There we go. She's dancing a prancer. She thinks she's Miss Ochin, Gracivia, or that booth. Come on, girls. Let's keep going. We can't wait for the whole world. I know I'm courteous, but get a move on. There we are. Now, what's this geezer doing? He hasn't got a clue, has he? What are you doing, boy? You're on the wrong side of the road for a start. I tell you, learn to drive. Road rage is coming again. You see that, Reese? Road rage. I've got the mallet out already. That's Mr. Reese. He likes to come back and comment now and again. And he commented I had road rage in one of the videos recently. I did. The woman wouldn't get out of my way. And that man was going to come down the wrong side of the road. I mean, going down a one-way street is one thing, isn't it? But driving on the wrong side of the road going down a one-way street, that's another thing. Guess what, Mr. Neil? Well, Sir Neil, isn't it? And Lady Ali. That video will be coming for you very, very soon indeed. What we'll do is go and find a one-way street in Paya and drive on the wrong side of the road, down the one-way street, especially for you. And I'm thinking of that street. I know where that street is. It's an unmade road at the moment, so you're going to have to chuck in some chump change for a bit of a car wash. Chris is waving again. He's thinking, hold on a minute, he's booking it off. Yep, I'll be back in a bit, Chris. Don't worry. This is the newish car park that's been built in the harbour, by the way. If you've not been to Paphos for a year or so, that's the new one. It's an extension to the big one over there. And there's the smart parking things up here. See these signs in the post? 29.5 degrees is what they're telling us. Did you see that, Miss Dawn? Not too bad, is it? 29.5 degrees. Wow. Beautiful weather. Not really. It's a little bit too hot for us locals. But if you're coming on a big bird, I understand that's what you want. Let's head out towards the Cape of Paphos Mall and get you another bearings. You know exactly where you are. On this road, by the way, I mean, there's restaurants, there's cafes, but there's an awful lot of property sellers. So if you're looking for somewhere to buy a house, an apartment, I don't know, a little shed, who knows? But if you're looking for it, this could be that straight street. I'm losing my English. There we go. Marika's been stealing my English for 5 years. Before long, I'll be a mute. I understand that many people would like that, but not today. Let's keep going. Property sellers are absolutely everywhere. There's a Chinese one, by the way, PHN, I don't know. And there's a guy with a Mustang. We understand he must have a small thing. But anyway, there we go. Not a bad looking car, to be honest. Not that I want one. If you've got a Ford Mustang, chuck it in the comments and I'll insult you. Don't worry, I'm only joking. Archaeological sites coming up on the left hand and the right hand side. And up coming now is the Paphos Skywalk. What the hell is a Paphos Skywalk? Well, it's a raised walkway. You start over there on the left and you climb and you climb and you climb, only to about 8 meters, by the way, just to allow this bus to go underneath. Otherwise, if it was lower, the bus couldn't go underneath, could it? So there we go. That structure now, the bus is going under, is the Paphos Skywalk. Do it in the morning maybe, but as the lunchtime sun sets in that sky, it's going to get a bit hot. And that doesn't mean just your head, that also means the frame that you're walking on. Why they didn't put a shade over it, I don't know, but maybe that's going to come later when the man in charge decides to put a stern. Let him go. Come on, we'll let you go. Don't forget to check that way as well, because you get run over. Now, there we are. See, that's all my courtesy gone for the day, isn't it? That's what I would say. I'm too courteous. I'm going to start running people over. That's what I'm going to start doing. Like the Cyprus, like the locals do. The locals like to run you over, by the way. They really, really do try hard. So if you ever come to a zebra crossing, please be very, very careful indeed. It's like the zebra crossing here. I mean, the cars in front don't want to stop. So just before those lights go on to green for you, don't think that they want to stop. This bus now is probably going to try and run these people over. No, he stopped. There we are. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Hats off to the... There we are. Right, he did indicate, but and most people don't know what side of the road they want, by the way. So anyway, rant is over, Mr. Andy. Let's keep going. Paphos Mall is on our left. We go to the garden centre, it's on our right. If you want a pizza, by the way, that could be a great pizza shop. Don't even know what it's called, it's all written in Greek, but it's always packed out with people having pizza. So normally that will tell you that it's a good pizza. Now, come on bus, move. Not I'm not keen on buses, you know. They slow things down, they keep stopping, don't they? I understand they're very practical, I understand they can carry a lot of people around, and I understand that they are a little bit eco-ish, aren't they? But I prefer to drive around in an old S-Class, guzzling benzene. On that note, if you are curious to know how much the price of fuel is in Paphos, about £1.50 a litre, €1.50, so that's about £1.40 a litre, about $1.70 a litre. So that's the cost of it. Now, obviously, I've got to keep popping it in the tank to keep driving round. So it's very, very much appreciated when you guys pop through to our About page and find the Buy Me a Coffee platform. And that's a virtual Buy Me a Coffee, obviously. So you buy us a coffee, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want, and we'll convert it into liquid benzene, pop it in the tank, and continue to drive around and make special videos for you. You can also take all of the complexity out of it. Become a superstar member, like Miss Ali, like Sir Neil, like Lady Heather, like Sir Steve. The list goes on and on. The girl in charge of the show, Dame Anne. And you can become a superstar member at only €10 per month. Done automatically, and of course then that keeps us afloat. We thank you very, very much indeed. You can also find us on the Super Thanks button as well, which is on YouTube, where you've got the thumbs up, the thumbs down, scroll across a little bit, and you then go, what's going on here? What a confusion. I'm sure this is a Bentley coming down a one-way street. There you go, Mr. Neil. Especially for you. Perhaps I should get a Bentley, because if you've got a Bentley, I think you can do whatever you want, can't you? You can drive down the street, through red lights, you can run even policemen over, I think. So perhaps we should start a GoFundMe page and Mr. Paul could get a Bentley. What do you think about that, Miss Anna, my superstar? What do you think? Anyway, big diggering going on. If you're very lucky, we might get to race someone up this street, because we're on the Gridlock street that takes us up to the top of the old town. And it's having a bit of a battering around here. All the roads have been dug up, and you can't go here and you can't go there. Anyway, I was talking about Super Thanks, wasn't I? It's a heart-shaped button. There's a $sign in the middle of it. Hit it once or twice and you never know. We might get to stay afloat for that a little bit longer. You can contribute for $1 to $1 million. What would we do with $1 million? Well, I told you, we'll buy a Bentley and a black Rolls-Royce Phantom as well. They're doing a bit of tarmac admin, and it looks as though we are in Gridlock. Dizzy Blonde, please help me, please help me. Look at this. You know, whenever you see people doing tarmacking, same anywhere in the world, isn't it? There's always a lot of guys standing around doing not a lot. Have you ever noticed this? The ones doing all the work are the ones on the blown ox and the ones on the roller. And the lorry drivers, well, they're just sort of backing up a little bit, aren't they? And I like the guy on the blown ox, by the way. That's the one that lays the tarmac, if you don't know what a blown ox is. That's that thing there that's reversing around. He's got an ice cream in one hand, and it's chumping on that. Health and safety is taken very, very seriously in downtown Paphos. And as you can see, there's an awful lot of hard hats on as well. But there you go. What do you want health and safety for, eh? What do you want it for when you're digging a road up? I'll tell you, what's that do now? Ooh, interesting, fascinating to be honest. Perhaps I should just get out of the car and just film it, because people do like this kind of thing, and they're watching what's going on in the world. And we'll keep going. Will we get up this road? I don't know. Are we going to find a young lady to race? That's what we want to know. Will there be a lady in red, a lady in green, a lady in blue, a lady with a rucksack waiting especially for you? Who knows? Let's keep going. And there's no escape from this road, because you can't take any of these side roads because they're all dug up. So you've got to be stuck in this gridlock traffic, and you've got to do an impersonation of Dizzy Blonde in downtown Manchester. Talking about Manchester, there's a lot of people in Manchester at the moment, and there really, really is. And that's a good thing, because I like people from Manchester, by the way. And I was talking to some people from Liverpool yesterday as well, and I would assume that they flew in from Manchester, but I'm not sure. I know you can fly from the John Lennon Airport, but whether you can fly to Paphos, I don't know. Drop it in the comments, Mr. Andy, because Mr. Andy is a man with a maintenance company in downtown Liverpool, and he's coming to Paphos very, very soon. Now, last year, Andy, you stayed in the Coralia Bay Beach Apartments. Where are you staying this year? Are you going back there? Was the internet that good for the girls? I don't know. Let us know in the comments. Where are you staying? Or perhaps you're going up Market. Perhaps you're going to stay in the Olympic Lagoon. You never know. You never know. or a cardboard box on the beach. That's the best place to be. To be honest, this time of year, a cardboard box with a hat and a couple of bob in your pocket, and you'll be doing all right in downtown Paphos. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, well, you know what you do. Hit the like button, click subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny to hit the like, by the way, and it doesn't cost you a penny to subscribe. What does it do? It tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and it tells YouTube to recommend it to more people. So hitting the like doesn't cost you anything. Hitting the subscribe doesn't cost you anything. The only way it costs you anything is if you click through to our About page and choose to give us a coffee on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, or if you choose to hit the Super Thanks button on YouTube and contribute some money to the channel. We thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. I really, really do appreciate when you come back and watch the morning videos. And you never know, next day we could be driving up your street, knocking on your door to have a cup of tea with you. Thanks for watching.